Hello everyone, my name is Jan, and well, welcome to this new thing I'm going to be doing. So this is possibly the first video I'm ever making, and it is called Yugi News. So this is basically just something I'm going to do. For whenever new cards come out, I'll check on my app, which is Yugipedia. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So I'll be discussing new cards that come out, ban list, and if you want me to cover anything in the future like archetypes and stuff, please do leave a comment for that. If anyone does leave a comment, because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, let's get started. So we're going to go on the Yugipedia. This is obviously something I use to check out if new cards come out. So we're going to click new cards. And well, the only things that are new here are 7. So we have this one, 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 and this one. So I'm going to go over each card, read their effects, and I'll either say if it doesn't give a competitive player advantage or anything. I'm not really much of a competitive player, but I might as well give it a try, right? So let's start off with the first card in this list, which is Triamid. Yeah, Triamid loading. Basically, this is a continuous spell card for Triamids, which are a rock attribute. So, if a spell card is placed in your spell zone, face up, while this card is already face up in your spell and trap zone, add 1 Triamid spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Except Triamid loading. Okay, so that's good that it limits, so you can't keep drawing that, so you cannot just have 3 already set on the field, so that's good. Spell and traps though, I think Triamid's only based around field spells and have 1 trap card. So, I'd like to see how this goes, I guess. If a face-up rock monster you control is destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 Triamid monster from your deck with a different name that was from the monster destroyed. From the destroyed monster. Sorry if I am mixing up my words. I'm new to this. So, you can only activate each effect of Triamid loading once per turn. I don't think that I can see this ever be competitive, because, not gonna lie, Triamids are just bad, to put it. Like, I don't think anyone would ever use them in a competitive scene. But I guess it would help for field spells. But saying that, you need it's only selected Triamid, not every other field spell that people use for competitiveness, so I won't see that play. Next is Cosmo Prince Z Law. Anyway, it's a reptile link free monster. 2 or more reptile monsters. Change all opponent's monsters with an A counter to the defense position. Okay, A counters are being used. Also cannot be activated by. Also, they can't activate their effects, so I guess that actually helps with like blue eye stuff and any other meta decks that have reliance supporting. But it doesn't stop hand traps. That's the only problem. Okay. Anyway, you can only use each effect of the following effects of Cosmo Prince Z Law once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can add 1 card from your deck to your hand that has the effect of placing an A counter. I mean, aliens and A counter cards aren't, and any alien related cards aren't really used, to be honest. Anyway. Where did I get to? You can remove 2 A counters from anywhere on the field immediately after this effect is resolved. Normal summon one reptile monster. So, I mean, if you get 1 normal summon out, you can do another one. But it's obviously got that once per turn effect, so it's not continuous. It's not bad, but I wouldn't be able to see it competitively. Aliens don't get much debut in competitive. Alien Buster. And also, if you want to see the cards, I'll just do this. So, this is Cosmo Queen. So, it's basically every link free. You know, top, left, right. Bottom left, bottom right. And then Triamid loading, which isn't bad. Anyway, let's get on to Alien Buster. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, place 2 A counters on it. During your main phase, except this turn, this card was sent to the graveyard. You can banish 1 face-up You can banish this card from the graveyard, target one A counter, target a card with an A counter, destroy it. You can only use each effect of Alien Buster once per turn. I mean, again, aliens don't see competitive play. I mean, if you're going to do a roleplay deck, I guess this card would be good for it. But a level 4 with only 1,700 attack, it's hard to use. It's very situational, per se. Anyway, this one I've been kind of curious about, which is Konana Sakiya. Or Kono Hana Sakuya. Anyway, cannot be normal summoned or set. Okay, a spirit monster that can't be set. Normal summoned, interesting. Must be special summoned from your hand while you control the spirit monster. You can only special summon one special summon Kono Hana Sakiya once per turn. God, this is going to be a mouthful. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names, by the way. I'm not very good at reading some card names. Once per turn this way. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card was special summoned, you can return it to the card to the hand. During the end phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard and targets one spirit monster you control. Players cannot activate their effect. Players cannot activate that face-up monster's effect on the field this turn. So, I have a bit of a problem with this, because the spirit monster's gimmick is to obviously return to the hand and effect activates. If so, well, the effect activates no matter what, but yeah. So, I guess it would stop it from returning to the hand to keep your higher level spirit monsters on your field. But I would only think it would last once per turn. This will only last a turn, and then it goes back to your hand your next turn. So, I kind of see a bit of problem with it. I don't know how this is going to go. We'll see. Glacier Aquaman. Interesting. Just so you know, for the first video, I'm only going to go over the new cards, because I've already checked there's nothing new to the banned or limited list. Anyway, this is a spell effect monster. So Aquaman is like a really old card. It has its base form, an evolution which is 2 levels higher. Now it has an effect, which is interesting. At the start of the damage step, if a normal monster battles an opponent's monster, you can reveal this card in your hand, discard 1 card, and if you do, that monster you control can't be destroyed by battle. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can reveal 1 normal monster in your hand, discard 1 card, and if you do, destroy that opponent's monster. I mean, again, I couldn't ever see this in competitiveness, because it has to have a normal monster to activate its first effect. And the second effect as well. No one uses normal monsters these days. I mean, I guess some decks would, but if you could do it in a competitiveness, they don't see as much. Like, you would find it odd once in a while to see one, but I guess. Anyway, Dimmer Synthesis. This is another interesting one. Activate one of these effects. Add 1 Catalyst Field from your deck to your hand. Add 1 Burnout and 1 Chemicritter monster from your deck to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up monster you control, including 1 Gemini monster that is treated as an effect monster and has gained its effect. Until the end phase, that changed attack of 1 face-up monster of 1 monster on the field, and if you do, the other monster gains the attack to the original attack of the monster whose attack was changed to 0. You can only activate the effect of Dimmer Synthesis once per turn. God, that was a lot of words in a very short space of time. I'm sorry. But for its first 2 effects, I mean, you can either add a Catalyst Field, which is a good field spell for Chemicritters, or Burnout and a Chemicritter. Ugh. I'm sorry that I'm butchering these. I really do apologize. But yeah. I mean, again, Geminis aren't really used as often as you would think. In fact, they're barely used, same as spirit monsters. I mean, Chemicritters, you can get a lot of the XZ monsters use out of them, I guess, and Fusion and Synchro, I guess, but any of us, no. So, yeah. Konami's not really looking at the competitive players. Interesting. Sam Bell, the Reuniter. This is a spellcaster level 3 monster with the pendulum scale of 7. Interesting number. If you pendulum summon a monster with the same level as this card in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy the card in your other pendulum zone if you do special summon this card. I mean, if you want to make a quick rank 3 play, and yeah, I guess that could work. But I mean, do you really want to destroy? I mean, it does help to reset the pendulum scale, I guess. So, I mean, pendulum monsters aren't used as often as anymore as they used to be in Master Rule 3. But like, the card's text now, not the pendulum effect. If another face-up monster is special summoned to your field while you control this monster, you can special summon one monster from your hand with the same level as this card. You can only activate the effect of Sam Bell the Reunited once per turn. Okay, so its card effect is kind of like Goblinberg, but you don't get the default switching to defense mode. Again, this could be used for a good rank 3 deck, if anyone has one in mind. But I think, I'm not gonna lie, Konami's actually not helping the competitive players as much anymore as he used to. So props to that, because I hated competitive play. Anyway, the last cards in the set, the last card of the day, is Aeropixie. Did it have a name change? I think it did. Yeah, I believe it did actually have his name change. Anyway, once per turn, quick play effect. This is a fairy tuner, by the way. A level 1 fairy tuner. So, I'm not gonna lie, fairy monsters are known to have a lot. I mean, they are known to have a tuner monster no higher than level 4 or level 3. They barely have any level 4 tuners. Like, come on, give him a bit of love, guys. Give him a bit of love, Konami. Anyway, once per turn, quick play effect. You can target one face-up monster on the field. Monster in this card's column. So it's kind of like the Mecha Knights. Interesting, I guess. Monster this card you control to another of your main monster zones. And if you do move the opponent's monster to their main monster zone, if this card in this card's column, then place one burnout counter on your opponent's monster. Monsters lose 200 attack and defense for each burnout counter on them. I mean, this kind of reminds me of like mothers at a gym. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like the 80s shows where the mothers were at the gym and you had this and your mother doing the exercise with this. It reminds me of this. But yeah, that is all the newest cards. So I do want to give a big thank you to, well, Wikipedia for letting me. Well, it's not letting me, but the app's free for anyone. But well, for me to actually be able to see new cards. And yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy my content. If you don't, that's completely up to you. That's fine. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoy the content I will make on this channel. And I'll try my best to get used to this whole YouTube thing. Well, editing and doing everything myself. I will still be with Galaxy Music though, however. And this is just for a first episode, just to see how it goes. So yeah, I'll still be making content. So thank you guys. Bye.